Hey guys, RC Nacho here. Today I'll be making a video on how to clean an air filter. This is for my Jato 3.3 and I'm going to be taking it apart and cleaning it. It's very nasty in there and it needs to be done. Tools you'll need to do this is you'll need air filter oil. I'm using the Traxxas 3.31 and also get needle nose pliers. This is kind of a crappy one, but that's all I got. So get your pliers ready. You're going to remove this black part. So you kind of just slide it in there, and once it's like that, it's nice and tight, squeeze and then pull out and you'll pull it off. Don't be afraid that you're gonna rip it. It's fine, it's rubber. Once you get it like that, this may be hard. I like to kind of like get my finger in there, and then once it's like that, pull that out. So as you can see, this thing's nasty. I've got oil and a bunch of crap on it, nitro. If you squeeze it, you can see the oil in there, which is on my fingers and my finger, and it's pretty nasty. It's not good oil. So this is old. You really squeeze, you can see how nasty it is. What we're gonna do is Traxxas recommends doing hot soapy water. So I'm gonna wait till this is nice and kind of warm. Okay, so once you removed everything, you're gonna get some water on it, and we're gonna wash it now. Make sure it has kind of like warmish water. It's kind of warm right now. You're just gonna keep washing it. Squeeze, hold under the water. Let it kind of soak up in there. Oh, nice, and oil out. If it's taking too long, you can still feel the oil in your hands. And get some soap. Just some handheld soap. Just kind of squeeze it on there and then just rub it all in there. After you're done washing the air filter, next you're going to wash the plastic parts, so the cover and then the black rubber part. Put soap on it. Put your finger in there and get all this dirt out of there. Keep moving around. Make sure you have water on here so you can blow all the dirt that got stuck on there during dusty climbing. Wash it all off. There's no soap in there. I like to put my finger in there and kind of move it around. Get all that stuff out. Okay, once all of the air filter assembly is washed, you'll need the air filter washed with soap. All these parts washed, the cover and the rubber part. Take a clean rag, and we're gonna dry them all off. Some people say to wait overnight to let an air filter dry, but since this is a small one, then you don't need to wait a couple hours. You just need to keep squeezing that water out. Also, just tap it. Keep tapping on it. Squeeze, tap. Make sure all of the water is all out. The covers and the rubber part is the easiest part, except most people forget to put the rag in there and twist it around. You want all of this out. Okay, once you have the air filter clean and dried, the next step you'll need to do is you'll need to get your air filter oil. Remove the cap. Now, this is kind of tricky because most people don't understand how to do this. They just completely soak this thing in oil, and that sucks. Okay, when you completely soak this in oil, when you put it back in there, it's going to be a pain in the butt. It's going to be all nasty oil. The oil's going to be leaking out. So the best way to do this is you just kind of squeeze and draw an S or a 3. So I like to draw a 3, and then I'll do the bottom, do a 3 on the bottom. Make sure you have some. 3s are terrible. So just draw like a number you like on each side, and then on the little sides, just draw a line. And on the other side, you guys can see that. Just draw a line, 3, 3, then a line. Next step is just to squeeze it. This may seem, oh, that's not enough oil. Well, actually, it is enough oil. It's perfectly a good amount. If you want to be safe, then sorry, then put some more, which I recommend doing. I don't just say, oh, let's put it in there. Even though this is a good amount, and I'm not going to dry my car that much, but it's still good to put some more in there. So squeeze a little more, It's crappy. Now, just mix it all around to catch all the dirty fibers. Because basically what this is supposed to do is when air comes from outside under the hood of the car, goes through the air filter into the carburetor and then into the engine. So if you don't have air, then you won't have a working engine. But the problem is, some things that come with the air, the engine doesn't like, and that's dirt. So the dirt molecules will get caught on the oil on here. Now if you didn't have this oil, then when it goes through, it would just go straight through. Some of it would get caught on the fibers of it, the rest would just keep going through because it has nothing sticky to stop it. So whatever side you have facing out, put a little extra on that side. So I'm going to do that. So you want it all to get caught. If you have enough, then when you squeeze, you should see some excess oil. Okay, once you have the air filter cleaned, dried, and has oil on it, the next step will be last step, to put it back together. So all I do is just kind of squeeze, push it down, kind of make sure it's level. So you can see that that was not level. You want to make sure that this is level. So I think that's better. You can see that's much more level. And it's going to be a pain in the butt. I'm going to close this rubber part back on. This is very hard when you have oil on your hands because you slip. Push down, push down. Almost. And just one little teeny part. Oh. Well, I dropped it, but it still stood in place. There we go. It's back together. Last thing I recommend doing, get some water. Should be ready to go. So if you guys like this video, please leave a comment, like, and definitely subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.